Welcome to Hot Topics on the Edge of NFT. I'm Richard Carthon. I'm here with my co-host, Josh Krieger. We're diving into the latest and most exciting developments in the world of Web3, blockchain, and digital assets.
Today, we're covering an exciting announcement by Solana around their new relationship with Google Cloud, the strategic collaboration between Mochaverse and Magic Eden to create the Magic Mocha NFT Launchpad, Celestia's impressive $100 million funding round that underscores investor confidence in modular blockchain technology, as well as the potential impact of the de-telegramization on the TON network.
It's another production of the Edge of Company, a rapidly growing media ecosystem powering the pioneers of Web3 tech and culture.
Let's start with this exciting partnership between Solana Labs and Google Cloud, which unveiled GameShift, a new API designed to bridge Web 2 gaming with Web 3 services. This development was one of the many announcements at 2024 Solana Breakpoint conference we recently attended. And as a result, it simplifies the integration of blockchain and features like NFT and digital asset management for game developers, making it easier for them to adopt Web3 tech. So, Richard, we both had a chance to go to Breakpoint, and it was a really well done experience with a lot of big announcements. How does this particular one stack up for you in terms of implications for gaming?
It's a huge one. Google is one of the biggest companies and names out there, and the fact that they are going straight into a bridge with Web 2 gaming to Web 3 services is massive. And it shows the implication of how large Web3 gaming is going to become. Also want to speak to another thing that got announced, which is Coinbase's wrapped Bitcoin token, the CBTC, which is being integrated into Solana ecosystem. It's going to allow Bitcoin holders to utilize their assets on various DeFi applications on Solana, enhancing liquidity and trading options. And the reason I thought this was really cool is because for everyone who's been listening to us for a while, you know that I'm very bullish on the Bitcoin ecosystem, especially this cycle. And the fact that Solana is trying to play very nice with the Bitcoin ecosystem and setting up these types of partnerships, I think is very bullish, not just for the entire market, but especially for those who are very much in the Solana and Bitcoin ecosystem. So I thought those two pieces were cool. And also just want to speak to Solana Breakpoint. Amazing conference. I was not expecting as many people to attend. The look and feel of how they arranged the event itself was awesome. The attendance was great. The people there were very locked in on Solana and what's to come. We have some really cool content coming out soon, so be on the lookout for that. But Josh, what's your takeaways from these announcements and from your experience at Solana Breakpoint?
Yeah, I mean, I think mass adoption is the theme for me, right? We had a chance to talk to one of the phone teams. They're bringing sort of telecom and blockchain together on the Solana network. This Google announcement plus sort of opening up the world of Solana to folks that are interested in sort of getting access to BTC without having to go off chain. I think these are powerful concepts that sort of open up this future of this massive convergence we've been talking about. And I think Solana was very thoughtful with how they orchestrated this event, these announcements. They threw a great overall conference, a great after party. So kudos to the Solana team, around the horn. Let's move on to another big announcement, which is this partnership between Mochaverse and Magic Eden that is getting a little bit more intricate, if you will. I mean, obviously, the Mocha ecosystem does trade on Magic Eden, but now there's going to be the launch of the Magic Mocha, which is the NFT Launchpad exclusively for the Mochaverse community. This platform aims to curate high-quality NFT projects from key cultural sectors like gaming and sports, providing early access to holders of Mocha NFTs and the Mocha coin. And, I knew something big was coming. Full disclosure, we are part of the Animocha brand's portfolio. We do hold Mochas. Regardless, independently and objectively speaking, this is a really big moment for the Web3 space in terms of taking this concept of NFTs and membership to the next level, partnering with a major marketplace to do something special for the community. And it's definitely going to increase the long-term sort of, I would say, value proposition for membership communities if they can pull off something like this successfully. What are your thoughts?
I think this news does two things very well. The first being leveraging both of these companies' strengths. With Mochaverse being part of Animoca's brand, it has an extensive portfolio over 540 companies in Web3, and so having a launch pad that allows for some of these things to come out is awesome. And then, of course, with Magic Eden, just being a place where people that are involved in NFTs, ordinals, runes have a place to go and participate in that type of marketplace. So I think creating this system and making things the second thing being interoperability, that is like very important because it's going to help with the engagement of tapping into these two different ecosystems by helping people with the reward side of participation. So I think this is a nice blend. I think it's a good collaboration, and I'm excited to see how this takes off in the coming months.
Yeah, so the launchpad is anticipated in Q3 of 2024, which I guess is right around the corner. So could happen any day now. And it's going to be a really interesting opportunity for both developers and collectors in coming months. So stay tuned there. And what else is going on, Richard?
So let's talk about Celestia and how they just secured $100 million funding round. So they just closed at 100 million, and the fund was led by Bain Capital Crypto. Obviously, this is a huge boost to their blockchain project, especially when you consider how they're focusing by improving data availability and scalability in decentralized applications. Celestia has been around for a while. It's one that I personally have been watching for quite some time. And I thought, I mean, any company that can raise $100 million, that's bullish. But the fact that Celestia has been around as long as it has and just secured this funding, I think is even more bullish for the technology that they're building underneath. What did you think about this news?
Yeah, I mean, we know the team, and definitely interesting to see sort of something like this come about with such an impressive backer as Bain. I think that Celestia has done a good job of differentiating themselves from other blockchains with a more modular architecture that separates consensus, execution, data availability into different layers. And the name of the game there is greater flexibility and scalability compared to traditional, more monolithic blockchains. So I'm interested to see how they can actually execute on this grander vision of scalability at this time.
Yeah, I think another thing to consider here is like, sure, people can go look at token price, and Celestia's token that hasn't necessarily wowed people in the last several months, but the tech has to be there. Like Bain is not just going to go put $100 million into a project that's not headed anywhere. I think it's a gentle reminder that even though there are some projects that have been out for a while and maybe their price hasn't necessarily, their token price hasn't done a whole lot, doesn't mean that the tech behind it isn't solid and doesn't have a second wind as we head into this next cycle. So I'm sure there's a lot of other gems out there. This is just a really good reminder that there is a lot of companies that have survived to this moment that still have a lot of upside to them.
Yeah, very good point indeed. So moving on to a popular topic these days, which is the Ton ecosystem. We just read that BitGet has released a research report on the Open Network Foundation and made some bold predictions about its future. So they're suggesting that Ton might actually need to distance itself from Telegram to mitigate regulatory risks, which they would term de-telegramization. And this could be a significant shift for the ecosystem, especially considering how closely tied it is to Telegram's user base.
Yeah, I think it's a valid concern. Usually, when you have things that come under scrutiny from a regulatory standpoint, you try to distance to potentially save yourself. And I wouldn't be surprised if the token Ton starts to do the same with Telegram. And the policies have recently changed on Telegram. Not necessarily end-to-end encryption, as far as not sharing all the information with governments after the president CEO of Telegram got locked up, changed his position really quickly to get himself out of that situation and future policies moving forward to not get in that kind of trouble again. But that's for one aspect of the company. But what does that then do to your token? So how do you then try to delineate the two so that the token then can't be attacked for similar things? So I think this is a hot take, but I think it's a hot take that has a lot of merit and will probably happen. What do you think?
So really good points, Richard. The report also indicates that Toncoin might outperform Bitcoin spot return in a bullish market. Not too surprising. I mean, you look at the amount of activity happening on there, the games, Hamster Combat, as we speak, today has gone live with their token, one of the largest airdrops in history, if I'm not mistaken. So creating some independence and sort of being proactive on the regulatory front makes a lot of sense. And it'll be really interesting to see what happens next with this ecosystem.
That's a wrap. We've covered Solana's exciting announcement, strategic collaboration between Mochaverse and Magic Eden to create the Magic Mocha NFT Launchpad, Celestia's impressive $100 million funding round that underscores investor confidence in modular blockchain technology, as well as the potential impact of de-telegramization on the open TON network.
So a big thank you today to our listeners for joining us. We want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on this week's hot topics? Share your insights with us on socials.
Stay curious and keep pushing boundaries. Your voice shapes the future. Thank you for tuning into Edge of NFT. I'm Richard, and I'm here with Josh signing off. Stay secure, stay curious, and catch you on the flip side.